Did you guys see the Ace Hood interview that he did with Cam Newton and the clip that's floating around? If you haven't, check it out right here.
So obviously before my wife came into my life, I was the boy. I've had my fair share of women doing whatever I want, boom, boom, having fun, whatever. I learned very earlier on, bro, like that I had the power in that. So I was never the type of man that just wanted to share myself with a bunch of women. I always felt like I was a man of value, and I always seen that once you connect with somebody on that intimate level like that, it changes the circumstances of things. And that didn't always work out well for me. So a part of my change and evolution was for me realizing that that's a part of my power. You know what I'm saying? I can't just get that out to bomb. I can't just get that out to anybody. And this is coming in the game because I always felt like what made me step out of the game with that, of just knowing of like, bro, they won't always be there. A lot of things in my life I call forth on. I pray about it and I call it forth. So it's not like just a shot. You know what I mean? So I started positioning myself even when I was with the mother of my children and me and her just, you know what I mean? I'm pulling up at her house 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, seeing my kids sleep. That dynamic wasn't healthy for me, dog. So I realized I'm like, you can't do this. So she was the first change to that in terms of recognizing the power that I have by retaining. You see what I'm saying? By keeping that. You feel me? Because now I got to say so in the power to be able to say, yes, I want to do it. And not you just shake in my face. And then now I feel like, now I'm turned up. It's like, nah, I got the power to decide, like to see that and say that it's beautiful and to decide to say that now I don't want to indulge in that. So in terms of being in a marriage, for me, like I told myself, I'm going to take that serious. I don't play with marriage. I'm not that type of guy. I don't play with, you know what I'm saying? I'm very intentional when I do something, dog. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, if we're going to get married, we're going to do this, we locking in. So that's how I hold out on the temptation, bro. I respect mine no matter what.
Shout out to Ace Hood for speaking on having sexual discipline, discipline. I think it's extremely important to have that because you do have the power. I see so many men fall for temptation of women. There's a lot of temptation out there. It's a lot of beautiful women who's overly exposed, who's sexually exposed, and could play and manipulate. And I learned that very early on because like Ace Hood, I had my fair share of women very early on. But what made me change my state of mind is the fact that I ended up impregnating a woman that I didn't want to be pregnant. And I didn't want a family with her, and I didn't want to be with her. The sex was just there. She was pretty, she was attractive. And I'm like, man, I want to take this down. And lo and behold, I get the late text. And then my son coming into the picture, thank God. But man, it was hell in the very beginning between child support, family court, not seeing him, DCF. I went through it all. And because I went through so many traumatic things very early on, I actually took a step back and stopped dealing with women altogether. I said that wrong. I just stopped having sex with so many different women. You got to have sexual discipline. If you weren't so weak for women, fellas, a lot of this shit won't be going on. I knew very early on I didn't want to have 6, 7, 8 different baby mamas, man. For me, one was enough. And that was one too many for me because, to be quite honest with you, I never viewed myself as somebody's baby daddy. I never wanted that. I always wanted a family structure, one woman, couple kids, all in one household. I would never imagine different and baby mamas here, there, that because my own undisciplined ass want to sling dick around everywhere. Not only that, you got diseases out there. You got chlamydia, you got gonorrhea, you got syphilis, you got HIV, you got things that are not curable. That I know a lot of guys experience, but a lot of people don't want to talk about that. Women too. A lot of people experience that and they do not want to say a thing. And when I was 18 years old, I ended up getting gonorrhea and chlamydia at the same time. And I was taking down so many different women, I couldn't even tell you who I got it from. And because of that traumatic experience, I was like, man, I'm cool. So when my homeboy then was going out and they were fucking on everything, I was like, man, take me to the motherfucking crib because that was trauma. And thank God it was something that I could got rid of. And thank God to the doctor for the shots and the pills at that particular time. My son, and I let him know that, hey, you need to deal with one woman at a time. Don't be a player out here. I never wanted my son to think that him leading with his meat and hitting everything made him more of a man than it is. No, what make you a man is integrity, values, morals, principles, keeping your word, being a stand-up guy, and making you some money and staying out the way. That's what make you a man. Shout out to Ace Hood for this. I met him a couple times, man. Real solid dude. Believe everything he said in this video because he always been solid. Met his wife a couple of times too. Shout out to Ace Hood for this interview, man. Y'all leave your thoughts and comments below and share your own personal experience. I would like to hear it.